Welcome to this session by Pro-Legal Minds on Juvenile, Definition, Purpose, and Legal Framework, an essential area of law focusing on the protection and rehabilitation of minors in conflict with the law. This topic explores the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children, Act, 2015, outlining its provisions for safeguarding children, ensuring fair treatment, and promoting their reintegration into society through a rehabilitative approach. Stay tuned as we delve into the key provisions, procedures, and the pivotal role of legislation in shaping the juvenile justice system. In the legal context, a juvenile refers to a person who has not yet reached the age of majority and is thus considered a minor. The juvenile justice system in India is designed to rehabilitate and reintegrate minors who are in conflict with the law, rather than to impose severe punitive measures. Purpose. The primary purpose of juvenile law is to ensure the protection, care, and reformation of children and adolescents who may have committed offenses. This approach is based on the belief that juveniles have a higher capacity for reform than adults, and the legal framework aims to provide corrective interventions that prioritize rehabilitation over punishment. Key provisions under the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children, Act, 2015. 1. Preliminary and General Provisions. BNSS Section 1, the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children, Act, 2015 provides for the care, protection, and rehabilitation of children in conflict with the law and children in need of care and protection. The Act establishes a legal framework focused on the welfare of children and emphasizes the need for a separate approach to juvenile cases compared to adult criminal cases. 2. Salient features of the Juvenile Justice Act. The Act categorizes children into two main groups, those in conflict with the law and those in need of care and protection. Establishes juvenile justice boards, JJBs, for the trial of cases involving juveniles and mandates that such boards be composed of trained professionals experienced in dealing with children. Specifies that children in conflict with the law will not be tried in regular criminal courts but will go through JJBs that apply a rehabilitative approach. Emphasizes the involvement of child welfare officers, probation officers, and trained social workers in all stages of the juvenile justice process. 3. Age determination and legal rights. The NSS Section 15 establishes that a person below the age of 18 years is to be considered a juvenile and will be treated as per the Juvenile Justice Act. Rights such as protection from disclosure of identity, the right to free legal aid, and the right to be treated with dignity and respect are guaranteed for juveniles. The age of the juvenile at the time of the offense is considered for determining their status, and cases are handled in a manner consistent with their age and developmental needs. 4. Procedures under the Juvenile Justice Act. BNSS Section 18 details procedures that the Juvenile Justice Board should follow, including inquiries, hearings, and orders tailored to the needs and rehabilitation of the juvenile. Emphasizes that juveniles should not be treated as criminals but rather as individuals requiring guidance, support, and education to reintegrate into society. For serious offenses, the Act provides for the assessment of juveniles aged 16 to 18 to determine if they should be tried as adults, depending on the nature of the crime and the juvenile's mental maturity. 5. Treatment and rehabilitation of juveniles. BNSS Section 19 covers the treatment and rehabilitation of juveniles, with a focus on education, skill development, counseling, and family integration where possible. Provides that juveniles should be placed in rehabilitation centers and observation homes rather than traditional jails, ensuring a nurturing environment conducive to reform. Juveniles may be placed under the care of a probation officer or a child welfare officer responsible for monitoring and assisting in the rehabilitation process. 6. Protection of juvenile offenders and judicial oversight. BNSS Section 20 emphasizes the role of the Juvenile Justice Board in ensuring that juveniles are protected from abuse, exploitation, or ill treatment while in custody or under supervision. Mandates regular reviews by the Juvenile Justice Board to assess the juvenile's progress and make necessary adjustments to their rehabilitation plan. Courts are vested with the authority to modify or suspend sentences if the juvenile demonstrates reformation during the rehabilitation period. Legislative and judicial role in juvenile justice. Legislative framework. The Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act, 2015 forms the cornerstone of India's legislative efforts to address issues related to children in conflict with the law and those in need of care and protection. This act adopts a rehabilitative and reformative approach, emphasizing the welfare of juveniles rather than punitive measures. Key features. 1. Special legal provisions for juveniles. Section 15 mandates a preliminary assessment for juveniles aged 16 to 18 years accused of heinous offenses, determining whether they should be tried as adults or under the juvenile system. Section 18 prohibits life imprisonment without the possibility of release for juveniles, aligning with international human rights standards. 2. Focus on rehabilitation. Section 39 requires the preparation of an individual care plan (ICP) for juveniles, detailing counseling, education, and skill development to aid their reintegration into society. 3. Non-stigmatizing measures. The Act prevents juveniles from being labeled as criminals, promoting their reformation and eventual assimilation into mainstream society. 4. Role of Juvenile Justice Board, JJB. The JJB is tasked with ensuring a child-friendly environment during inquiries, focusing on understanding the juvenile's background and reasons for their behavior. Legislative objective. The legislative framework is rooted in the principle of parens patriae, where the state assumes the role of a guardian for children in need, providing a supportive environment that nurtures their potential and reduces the likelihood of recidivism. Judicial role. The judiciary has played a pivotal role in interpreting and reinforcing the principles of the Juvenile Justice Act, emphasizing a child-centric and reformative approach. Key judicial interpretations. 1. Rehabilitation over punishment. Case law. Sheila Burrasi v. Union of India, 1986. The Supreme Court directed reforms in juvenile homes and emphasized the importance of providing juveniles with education, training, and psychological support to aid their rehabilitation. Impact. Reinforced the idea that juveniles deserve a chance to reform rather than face punitive measures. 2. Preliminary assessment for heinous crimes. Case law. Shilpa Mittal v. State of NCT of Delhi, 2020, clarified the application of heinous offences and stressed that juveniles should not be transferred to adult courts unless absolutely necessary, to uphold their welfare. 3. Right to privacy and fair treatment. Case law. Aparna Bhatt v. State of Madhya Pradesh, 2021, highlighted the importance of maintaining the privacy of juveniles and ensuring their dignity during judicial proceedings. 4. Protection from exploitation. Case law. Bachpan Bachao Andolan v. Union of India, 2011, addressed child labour and trafficking, emphasizing the importance of the Juvenile Justice Act in safeguarding vulnerable children from exploitation. 5. Rehabilitation and reintegration. Case law. Jayamala v. Home Secretary, J&K, 1982, stressed the importance of age determination in juvenile cases and provided guidelines for rehabilitative measures for young offenders. Judicial objective. The judiciary aligns with the legislative intent by ensuring that juvenile justice mechanisms remain child-friendly, non-adversarial, and rehabilitative, protecting the best interests of the child while ensuring accountability and justice. The legislative framework and judicial interpretations work in tandem to establish a juvenile justice system that prioritizes reformation over retribution. By mandating a rehabilitative approach and providing clear guidelines, the Juvenile Justice Act, supported by progressive judicial pronouncements, ensures that juveniles are given opportunities for growth, reintegration, and a future free of stigma. These efforts underscore a commitment to upholding the rights and welfare of children, balancing societal safety with compassion and care. Reference case laws. 1. Sheila Burrasi v. Union of India, 1986, addressed the need for proper facilities and humane treatment of juveniles in conflict with the law. 2. Salil Bali vs. Union of India, 2013, affirmed the need to retain the juvenile age at 18, supporting the notion that individuals below this age should be treated with rehabilitative measures rather than adult punitive ones. Few recent case laws from India pertaining to juvenile justice. 1. Child in conflict with law, CCL, through his mother vs. State of Karnataka, 2024. The Supreme Court addressed the provisions of the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children, Act, 2015, particularly concerning the preliminary assessment of juveniles involved in heinous offences. The court emphasized the need for a thorough and individualized assessment to determine whether a juvenile should be tried as an adult. 2. Kerala High Court's decision on teacher-student interaction, 2024. The Kerala High Court quashed a case against a teacher accused of hitting a student, stating that some students are not in the habit of respecting teachers. The court highlighted the importance of understanding the context of teacher-student interactions and the necessity of maintaining discipline in educational institutions. 3. Madhya Pradesh High Court on bail for juvenile sexual assault accused, 2024. The Madhya Pradesh High Court ruled that the gravity of the offence should not be the sole consideration when hearing bail pleas of juveniles accused of sexual assault. The court emphasized the need to consider the juvenile's background, the circumstances of the case, and the potential for rehabilitation. 4. Supreme Court's Guidelines on Trying Juveniles as Adults, 2022. The Supreme Court called for clear guidelines to determine when juveniles should be tried as adults, especially in heinous crimes. The court stressed the importance of a balanced approach that considers both the severity of the offense and the juvenile's capacity for reform. These cases underscore the evolving nature of juvenile justice in India, balancing the need for accountability with the potential for rehabilitation. Thank you for watching this session by Pro Legal Minds. We hope you found the content insightful and helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more valuable legal insights and updates, youtube.com/prolegalminds. If you have any legal questions or need assistance, visit us at prolegalminds.com to connect with our expert team. We're here to help you navigate the complexities of the law with confidence. Stay informed. Stay empowered. See you in the next session.